Alright, we're gonna play Cascadia Rolling Rivers. Any repeats are gonna be re-rolled. 1 through 12. So we have 11 will be first. 8, 10, and 6. 11, 8, 10, and 6. Oh, I'm using dice to keep track of my resources instead of writing them down. And then we'll put these over here as excess. One, the easy board. So we're going to start. Oh, I don't know if I like that one. That one, well, you don't have to use these though. So if you choose not to use it, then you don't have to. All right, so got all that. Whatever, we're just going to get hawks. So we're going to get 3 hawks. So that brings that up to 4. Alright, we'll get 3 foxes. So that is a total of 4. So we have 4 foxes. Take away 2 of the salmon, and then we can take away 1 of the elk. So, okay. So we're going to use 1 elk, and then we're going to bring down the foxes to 2. And then we're going to not have any salmon. And that's it. And we get 2 of the plains. Alright, so we're going to get 2 foxes. Now bring it back up to 4 again. We'll use that to get elk. So it's going to cost 2 fox and 2 hawks. So 2 hawks and 2 foxes. And those are free. That's 1 less. It's going to give me 2 of those, and then I can write 2 in the mountains. So it's 3. So I'll bring that up to 5. Alright, that's what I'm using that for. And then I'm going to use the bear, bring that down to 1. And then use 3. So it's going to go back down to 2. And then I don't have any. So I get 2 tokens. And then this is if I have less than 2 or less, then I get a token, but I get another, just 1 token, not 2. Over here. And 3. So I'm gonna put 3 right here. And that opens that up. And what do I want? I don't have any salmon. Let me get the salmon. So I'm going to bring my salmon up to 3. So 2 foxes, I could get 2 foxes and upgrade. So I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to do that. So it's going to bring that down to 5. And then I'm going to get 2 foxes and I'm gonna upgrade them to elks. So I'm gonna get 2 elks. So that's gonna be a total of 3. And so now I'm gonna spend 2 elks. So it's gonna go 1, and then those are gone, and then those are gone. And then I get 3. If I have 1 or fewer of any animal, then I can get 1. That's pretty cool. All of these are 1 now. So 3, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get the star, or the sun. I want to try getting that. I'm gonna use my power to be able to use 2 resources. That's gonna cost 3. So I'm gonna get 3 foxes. So that's gonna bring that up to 4. And then I'm gonna get 1 hawk. That's gonna bring it up to 2. Alright, that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna get this card. And I'm gonna lose my bear. I'm gonna lose my elk. That's gonna go down to 1. And then the hawks are gonna go down to get off. And then I'm gonna get my 2 back for this. It says 1 or fewer. That card's almost like a cheating deal. It's crazy. 3. So basically I get that card for free. I have 5 because you get +1 for the token and then 1 for there. I didn't even decide what I'm doing with my dice roll. I'm just going to do 3 salmon. I get 3 salmon. So that's going to bring it up to 5. But I'm going to not get that salmon back because I was supposed to do that first. So that card wouldn't have given me an extra. So remember, you gotta do the dice first. I was gonna get 2 elk, whatever. Overthinking it. So that brings it up to 3. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna keep my bear. And fill in the 1. If I got hawks, I could get this now and use one of my bears. Turn this into a 3. I'm going to take 2 resources. So I'm going to get 3 hawks. So that's going to bring it up to 4. And then 2 foxes. That's going to bring it up to 3. And then I'm going to get this. So I'm using one of my bears, and then that's going to account for the second bear. And then I get 2, and then 3. So I'm going to put 3 here, and then the sun. So I'm going to get this. So I'm going to get, that will give me 2 salmon and a hawk. So I got 3. And so I want to try getting that so I can go all the way across once. I don't have any planes. And that's the first plane I think that has come by. So I'll get 2 foxes. So that's what I'm going to do. That'll bring that up to 5. Alright, so I'm going to... That's what I'm using that card to take away. So it's only 1 salmon instead of 2. Of the elk. So, and I get 2 tokens. 2. So I'm going to get 1 salmon and one bear. Look at all the hawks. So I'm going to put that there to remind myself that that's what I want to try getting. I could get that. That's worth 4 points. No, this is still better. 4 hawks with that. So that'll bring that up to 5. And then I'm going to get this. Whatever, I'll just make it so it takes 3 instead of 4 of the foxes. So that'll bring us down to 2. And I'll get 3 over here. And that will let me have a wild resource. So get that. Let's do a bear. Let's see here. 4 salmon is what I'm getting. And 4, I could get this right now. I'm gonna take 1 last salmon. So now it's gonna cost 3 instead of, so I'll have 1 left, and then I'll have 1 left on that. And then I get 2. Yeah. Get another sun. Alright, we'll go for a hawk and an elk. So I get a hawk and an elk. Take this down 3. Get 1 salmon and 3 hawks. 2 bears. 2 elk, but I'm going to use that for that. And then I got that, and I will end up getting my token, and then 4. Ooh, look at that one. Yeah, 4 hawks right off the bat. 4 hawks. That's all. That's it. I'm debating whether I want to up convert or not and get foxes instead of hawks. What? I'm going to. I'm going to bring this back down to 2. And then this is going to go back. This is going to go up to 6. So I'm up converting, and that's going to cost 2. Ah! Don't overthink it. Just get 4 salmon. Damn it! Top section. I'm just gonna get. I'm gonna do this so I can get 2 resources. I'm just gonna do 3 and 3. So I'm gonna get 3 salmon and 3 foxes, and then I'm gonna buy this, and that's gonna basically I just paid for that. It's gonna be worth 3. That finishes that, so that's for 3 points. You get a star. I'm gonna just get two tokens. Alright. Oh! I get that, and I get a free resource too, I forgot. I get the elk. We're gonna get 2 foxes. We're going to upgrade it, so that's gonna mean that I spend 2 points or 2 tokens. And now I'm gonna get 2 of the elk, so now I have 3 elk. I'll have enough to get that. What am I gonna use for my... Do I want a hawk, a salmon, or a bear? I'm gonna get a bear. And so I'm gonna get it. So, and then I get 2 of my tokens back. And then after that, now I'm gonna see, is any of them 1? So it goes up to 2. Sweet, I get a bear. That is nice. I have 2 bears now. And then 4. Got my star. Those are foxes, yeah. Alright, whatever. That's what we're doing. I'm gonna get 2 foxes with that bonus. Okay. 4 elk right now. So, yeah, I use the dice to get 4 elk. I have enough to get that card. And I get a token, and then 5 points. Butter, 5 points. Not bad. And do I have any ones? I do. I get them back. Alright, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, because I have that one, I have enough, I have enough, I have enough. I just don't have enough salmon. And I have 2 salmon here and 3 hawks. And I can downgrade my hawks, so I'll get 5 salmon. So that'll bring it up to 6. And downgrading costs 1. So I will use my free deal for 1 bear. So I'm using 1 bear. I'm using 2 of the foxes, 2 of the hawks, and then I'll have 2 salmon left. And I get 4 points, 4 on the plane. And this is the last turn. I got a plane that I can get 3 extra points. And the resource is kind of useless right now, but or down here for an extra point. That one, so I'm going to use this to take away 3 of the foxes that I would normally need. So I need 1 fox. I'm going to use this to get 1 fox. So now I have a fox. And I'm going to use this to get a second resource of 2 hawks. So now I got that. So now it's just going to cost the 1 fox, the 2 hawks, and the salmon. And it's going to give me 1 token. Not that it matters. It will at scoring maybe, but no, that's not even 5 points. So, and then -1. So that's worth 2. And then I get that, and then I get a free resource. Doesn't matter which one. And it still doesn't add up to 5. So that was it. 2. And our bonus over here, all of them. We got all of those. So that's 5. And now we just go across. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 6. And my resources. So add all those together. And we got 29, 34, 55, 61. Man! 63 points.